including the choice of what one consumes to keep the body in the best shape. The governor's wife further dispelled the notion that eating healthy is akin to making expensive choice of food, stating that one only needs to go to the small farm behind the house to pick up what the body needs to stay right. She encouraged the reintroduction of gardens around homes, noting that those who live in areas without enough land for subsistence farming purposes can adopt sack farming, which does not cost anything to set up. Mrs. Soludo explained that by having such farms around the house, households can have easier and healthier alternatives to food needs without having to go to markets to probably buy the ones that may not have organic values. The Anambra governor's wife, while stating that it is important for households to adopt healthy living as a family culture, stressed that the long-term gains are numerous. She pointed out that by including nutrition as the first pillar of her healthy living goals, she was looking at a stage when Anambra families will prioritize nutritional values of what they eat, while family health could be greatly improved.
Anambra State is 32 years today, and since its creation, administrations have come and gone, leaving behind trails of its existence in terms of development. In this special report, team of ABS reporters x-rays the journey so far in various sectors of the state economy since 1991. Gozobileri has the details.
In road infrastructure, from the time of the first administrator, Joseph Abulu, to former Governor Chukwuemeka Ezife, to acting administrator Dabo Aliyu, Colonel Mike Atta, Rufai Garba, Emmanuel Ukebu, and again to Governor Chinwoke Mbadinuju, all did their best in providing good roads. When former Governor Chris Ngige came on board in May 29, 2003, he brought a new dawn through mass road infrastructure, which opened up a lot of places, especially in Idemili communities. Again, when former Governor Peter Obi took over mantle of leadership on 17th March 2006, he created roads in every nook and cranny of Anambra State, a situation which earned Anambra the title as the state with the best network of roads. Then came former Governor Willie Obiano on 17th March 2014, who also constructed roads, bridges across the state with 3 flyovers in Oka. And today, at 32, Anambra State is witnessing accelerated pace in road infrastructure, as explained by the Commissioner for Works, Engineer Ifeanyi Okoma.
It's a work in progress. Every person contributed his own quota. They've given them what they think is best. So everyone has done his best, and we are here to continue. What we have is integrated development. We are building a livable, prosperous homeland.
For the Transition Committee Chairman for Yi Local Government Area, Mr. Emmanuel Nweke, embarking on construction of over 300 kilometers of roads under 1 year is quite commendable, especially with the quality of roads being done by Governor Soludo.
He has rolled out packages. The workers 30% increment in their basic salary. The rise, other things like to be shared to over 300 homes in various wards. Very soon we take off from that. These are the things. The vehicles that move workers to and fro for work, put in place. The CNG buses will soon be there. These measures have been put in place to appreciate that, yes, we know you are suffering, is our suffering, but see what we are doing now is going to get better. Endure. That's what Mr. Governor has told the large section of Nigerian Anambra State workers. And I think they are key into it. What Mr. Governor is just saying, support what we are doing. We have good intentions for you, and we have seen it for what you have done.
The Transition Committee Chairman for Idemili North Local Government Area, Chief Jukes Brown Iwanua, highlighted various achievements of the present administration in road infrastructure.
The cleanliness of the environment. His Excellency doesn't joke with it. It is one of his cardinal projects, clean, green, livable society. And we will not joke with it. We will follow it to a logical conclusion. Idemili North must be clean.
I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS News.
The Managing Director, Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASWAMA, Mr. Michael Zemena, has charged in Anambra to support efforts towards maintaining clean and healthy environment. Speaking on ABS radio and television program in Oka, Mr. Ozemena called for collective efforts of Anambra towards achieving a green, clean, livable and prosperous homeland, an initiative of the President Soludo administration in Anambra State. Mr. Ozemena urged Anambra to always pay the sanitation levies promptly, reminding them of the need to properly bag their wastes for adequate collection and disposal by the waste management contractors. The Managing Director of Anambra State Waste Management Authority, ASWAMA, used the opportunity to call on various households and companies to acquire waste bins and keep it at various places in their areas, warning them against littering the environment with refuse. In a bid to foster collaboration and promote the Akulono philosophy, the management of Anambra Broadcasting Service ABS, led by the Managing Director, Sachido Obidegu, has paid a courtesy visit on Chief Obiora Udogu, the proprietor of Finotel Classic Hotels, Oka. The visit marked an important step in cultivating a partnership between ABS and the Finotel Classic Hotel. Onyinye Agubeze reports.
Akulono philosophy, as promoted by Governor Chukwuma Soludo, emphasized the significance of individuals abroad investing their wealth in their homeland, ultimately contributing to the growth and prosperity of Anambra State. During the meeting, Sachido commended Chief Udogu's commitment to contributing to the growth of Anambra State through his investments. He noted that the collaboration with the facility could, among other things, spotlight local businesses, artists, and promote cultural attractions through radio content to encourage the Anambra in the diaspora to bring home their investment to foster development in the state.
Part of what you're doing here is corporate social responsibility. Because the main thing here, the message, that you have done it, and it is possible. So you are giving back to the society by doing this. And God will continue to bless you.
Amen.
Goes on, Governor, because he's looking for people that will partner with him to send this message. So the band called Bafananti.
Welcoming the team, Chief Udog acknowledged the power of the media in influencing public perceptions and behaviors, as he noted that it is important for those in the diaspora to invest in their homeland, as that is the only way the economy of the state could be vibrant. He called on Governor Soludo to also call on entrepreneurs within the state to deliberate on issues that affect security and prosperity of their investments.
My message to Anambra is that they should come back home to invest, because that's the only way the economy of our state will be vibrant. And I'm very glad that I'm contributing to the economy of my place. Yes, you can stay anywhere, make your money, but remember home.
The founders, board, management and staff of QTX Cable PLC has celebrated the company's 40th anniversary in honor of the co-founder, Ambassador Odinwosu, who retired as the chairman, Board of Trustees, QTX Cable PLC. The event with the theme, Striving for a Thriving Commonwealth, was held at Newi North Local Government Area. Chimezie Ume's report is taken from our studio.
Friends, family, associates and partners of QTX Cable PLC all gathered in commemoration of the company's milestone at 40. The Chief Executive Officer of the company, Mrs. Ijeoma Oduonye, read out a brief history of the company, which according to her was founded in 1981 by Engineer Ajulu Zodike and was later joined by Ambassador Odi Nwosu in 1982 with the name AdTech Limited. Mrs. Oduonye said that the company deals on manufacturing of cables and switchgear and later included high-quality electrical wires and cables under the name QTX PLC, which today stands as one of the best electrical wire manufacturing company in Nigeria. Earlier in his opening remarks, the chairman on the occasion, Sir Ikem Osanakpo, described Ambassador Odi Nwosu as a man with great sense of humor, who pays detailed attention to ideas and handle things meticulously. Sir Ikem emphasized that the Think Home philosophy, which was championed by the founder of the company, Chief Ajulu Uzodike, was made manifest through Ambassador Ode Nwosu. In his speech, the founder of Kutix PLC, Chief Ajulu Uzodike, described Ambassador Ode Nwosu as a man full of wisdom and great potential. Chief Uzodike thanked Ambassador Nwosu for all his ideas, efforts, and sacrifices for the growth and sustainability of the company over the years, urging the younger directors and staff to emulate his good qualities.
The Kutix Commonwealth that OD has helped to build is a gift to Ana Igbo and Nigeria as a whole.
In their separate remarks at the event, Barrister Ifeoma Nwachere, Board Chairman Kutix PLC, Chief Victor Me, Senator representing Anambra Central in the Senate, Nigerian Ambassador to Burundi, Chief Elijah Onyagba, Igwe Gerald Mbamale of Ojoto, Anambra State Commissioner for Industry, Mr. Christian Udechukwu, and Professor ABC Nwosu described Ambassador Ode Nwosu as a dogged businessman, a technocrat, problem solver, innovative, and a great personality embodied with integrity.
That's how we want it, and we got to till today. Ambassador, I came to know you, I was the man who job, I said I must attend. And here I am. Usuzo, God bless you. God bless you for what you have done with Kutix PLC. I'm in the Senate Committee for Industry.
Present at the event include former Governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, Secretary to the Anambra State Government, Professor Solochukwu Lobelo, Igwe Kenneth Oriz of Nnewi, Professor Joseph Ogbaja, CMD, Nnamdi Azikiwe University Teaching Hospital, Nnewi, Transition Committee Chairman, Nnewi North Council Area, the Managing Director, Anambra Broadcasting Service, Sachido Obidegu. Presentation of awards to co-founder, Ambassador Nwosu, drama presentation, and cultural display featured at the event.
The culture, tradition, and norms of Obunka community in Orumba South Council area was brought to the fore as the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe John Mark Anyoha, performed the 2023 New Yam Festival of the community. The festival, which took place at Igwe's Palace, started with a Thanksgiving Mass, where they appreciated God for a bountiful harvest. Over now to Amaka Chibuzo Okoye for details and more.
Ndi chair from the 5 villages that make up the community and members of the royal cabinet were all present during the ceremony. Also present were the Umokbo and other groups in the community who came to felicitate with Igwe Anyoha on this year's celebration. Igwe Anyoha also conducted yam competition for farmers in the community during the ceremony, where they were presented with different prizes to encourage them to expand their farming activities. During the kola nut ritual, Igwe Anyoha prayed their ancestors and gods to keep blessing their land and subjects, to give them long life, prosperity, and breakthrough in all their endeavors. Igwe Anyoha said that the celebration of the new yam is a way of showing appreciation to God in order to attract more blessings, development, and progress from him for the community. The Transition Committee Chairman of Orumba South Local Government Area, Prince Neville Uchendu, expressed delight for the unity and oneness found in Obuka, noted that Igwe Anyoha has the community at heart and has continued to fight tooth and nail to ensure progress and development of the community.
Igwe John Mark is set to go something that nobody can claim. Na Obuka. Igwe Masin Garden the Conway. So it's not a poor than now. What the Gomwa? Obunka, what the go no?
Earlier during the Thanksgiving Mass, Reverend Father Jeremiah Okafor asked the community to rally round their traditional ruler and promote peace and togetherness to enhance development. Speaking on behalf of all the traditional rulers that graced the occasion, the traditional ruler of Owerri Ezukala, Igwe Thomas Ogbonnaya, commended Igwe Anyoha for all the positive changes witnessed in the community since his enthronement and prayed God to give him long reign and wisdom to pilot the affairs of the community. Lending their voices, the Chief of Staff to Igwe Anyoha, Chief Sunday Ndubisi, the Palace Secretary, Chief Bernard Eze, Mrs. Godgift Tabo, and Youth President Nnamdi Okonkwo thank God for the gift of Igwe Anyoha, noting that light, breakthrough, and success set in the community. Immediately he became their monarch. Igwe Anyoha, in company of his guests, later monitored the road project being constructed by Governor Soludo and inaugurated a special security task force, while presentations of gifts to Igwe, masquerade displays, and other side attractions featured at the Ihejoku Festival. From Obunka, Amaka Chibuzo Okoye, ABS News.
And that does it on the hard news. Insider News will return right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome to Inside the News Proper. Before now, communities in Anambra State are known and identified with their culture, tradition, and norms. But as years go by, some of these cultures, or those cultures, were left behind because of technology and other innovations. But the Enugu Aguleri community in Anambra East Council area said that Itu Onya or Itu Onyaka, which the community is known for, will never go extinct by organizing Itonya competition among women and girls of the community. Ejikabana was at the event which featured during this year's August meeting and brought this report.
For the past 7 years, Reverend Father Philip Okoye, who is the originator of Philoko method of farming, ventured into farming when he was the parish priest of Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Obeledu, has been feeding the aged in every parish he is posted to. In his usual Philoko method of farming, Father Philip harvests the biggest yams in the communities, including Nanka, where he also served, because of his method of farming, which makes even unfertile soil to be fertile. As usual, he did the farm and having harvested them, decided to give out to the aged, and this time around introduced auction sales on some of the yams to raise money to build secretariat for his parish. Before giving out the yams, he fed his parishioners with the new yams as the traditional ruler of Abo, Igwe Jonathan Obale Ezecha, performed the traditional cutting of the new yam. While the entertainment was on, the auction sales commenced, where the biggest yam, which weighed 112 kilograms, was sold at 300,000 naira. Earlier, in a homily during a mass, the director, Pontifical Mission Society, Ekulobia Diocese, Reverend Father Festus Okoye, said that Christ came for all, therefore they should walk and act in confidence and not to make themselves weak and inferior, since Christ has redeemed them.
We want to apologize for the mix-up in that story, and we shall be taking Our next story. The biblical quote, "Silver and gold I do not have, but what I have I will give you," was exhibited again this year by the parish priest, Holy Family Catholic Church, Akpo, in Agwata local government area. Reverend Father Philip Okoye did. He did by giving out big tubers of yam to the elderly and the less privileged people in his parish during his annual yam exhibition called Come See Yams. Ngozi Billeri of Insider News covered activities that heralded the ceremony and now reports.
For the past 7 years, Reverend Father Philip Okoye, who is the originator of Philoko method of farming, ventured into farming when he was the parish priest of Holy Trinity Catholic Church, Obeledu, has been feeding the aged in every parish he is posted to. In his usual Philoko method of farming, Father Philip harvests the biggest yams in the communities, including Nanka, where he also served, because of his method of farming, which makes even unfertile soil to be fertile. As usual, he did the farm and having harvested them, decided to give out to the aged, and this time around introduced auction sales on some of the yams to raise money to build secretariat for his parish. Before giving out the yams, he fed his parishioners with the new yams as the traditional ruler of Akpo, Igwe Jonathan Obalezecha, performed the traditional cutting of the new yam. While the entertainment was on, the auction sales commenced, where the biggest yam, which weighed 112 kilograms, was sold at 300,000 naira. Earlier, in a homily during a mass, the director, Pontifical Mission Society, Ekulobia Diocese, Reverend Father Festus Okoye, said that Christ came for all. Therefore, they should walk and act in confidence and not to make themselves weak and inferior, since Christ has redeemed them. The Holy Mass was officiated by Reverend Father Emmanuel Umezinwa, who is the Vice Chancellor of Peter University, Achina. Some notable individuals who came from Obeledu and other parts of the state said that gestures like these are rare.
Everybody has seen that hunger is driving everyone around, and the shortest way to escape is to have a getting behind the house. So people should get involved in farming and agriculture.
Ima na ọlụ adụ agarazi kịta na ọ bụ na ndị yutu mụta ife ọ na-eme kịta na eme ya ama na anọ nkịtị maka nnukwu ife bụ ife agrikọlchọ na-enye nnukwu ego so na ihe tinye uchu n'ihe afada na-eme ọ ga-esikwa na ya wee bụrụ nnukwu mmadụ.
Nke bụ abụọ nke mbụ abịa hụ nke abụọ bịa anyị akwụsị ebe a as far as ọ pụtara for this kind of thing anyị enyere ya aka n'ụzọ akwụkwọ nsọ ma iwetakwa ala ebe ọ nwere ike iwe n'akụkwa dị tụ mgbe anyị mekwa ka anyị na-adịkwa available so anyị nọ behind him.
Ọ bụrụ na ọ na-akọ ji ọ na-akọ ji a ka o were nyere ogbenye aka ndị okenye.
Meet Mama Father, as she was fondly called, as she said it pays to hand over one's family to God. For Reverend Father Okoye, it gives him satisfaction and fulfillment to see that people are fed from the work of his hands, even as he returned the glory to God and to his mother, Mrs. Josephine Okoye, whom she said exposed him and his siblings to famine at a very tender age.
Before I came here, these people believed that their land is not fertile at all. They thought it was about the land. It was about the land. But gradually I began to mentor them, to teach them that it's not the land. land is not the problem. Land is land. It is the method that does the magic, how you do it. So it's good. I'm happy that now they have realized that they can do even better.
Ihe Chineke na-anụ n'anyị anyị bụ ụmụ eze ụmụ Chukwu bụrụkwa ndị holy family Chineke wee si n'etu were na-arụkwara ya ọnọdụ ka anyị si were bụrụ ụmụ eze wee n'ụlọ ụka taa were kpọtara anyị mmadụ izizi anyị were bụrụ ọsọrọ
eri nji bụrụ mmadụ afụnọrọ m ụkọchukwu dị etu anyị na-enwe aṅụrị na ọ bụrụ na ewezụga na ọ bụrụ ihe eji ebe onye ha esizi na akpa apụ apụ na obodo famili
From Holy Family Catholic Church, Abo, in Agwata Council area, I am Ngozi Obileri for ABS Insider News.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page. Follow us at Anambra Broadcasting Service on Facebook. Subscribe to our YouTube at ABS Television Oka, Twitter at ABS Radio TV, and on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And that was it on Insider News for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Stone Enujoke Kachifo.